Okay, hello. Wednesday 18th. It's dawn. You know, not right at the crack. It's 5 a.m. I had to have some coffee, you know, before I came out here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to resist the urge to crawl back into bed, basically. And look, you can see all these funny, wispy, feathery type, you know, stretches of fanned out chemtrail. Yeah, they've been doing it overnight. You know, they've kept up with it to keep this mess in the way. I mean, it's all the way. You know, they've got what look like more natural clouds, but as I say, I don't know. You can't tell anymore. That's how confused they've got everyone. And then you've got the sprayed on jobbies there. See? And that stretches all the way, all the way to basically on the east side, basically. And you know, let's see, look. Okay, I mean, apart from there, right, and a little bit there, it's pretty much clear everywhere else. So it's got to happen soon. It's got to happen in the next hour or two. They've got to make it overcast like they have done for the past 2 mornings. So I'm just gonna stop videoing now, and I'm gonna wait here an hour just on this bench here. I'm gonna wait there. You know, wait here for the chemtrail planes to show up, either that or the frequencies. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just stop now until there's some activity. All right. Okay, it's 22 past now, and look, you can see the standing wave pattern, right? Okay, there's frequency going through all this chemical cloud cover. See, look at it. You see it? Can you see the lines? Only seeing it in very small, localized positions. Well, I guess over here as well. I guess behind the cloud there. There's some standing wave patterns. And I've been watching the clouds. They're all moving. Yeah, they're all moving into position. Right, they're all moving, bunching up to where the sun is rising. Right, that's where they're all moving to, even on this side. Look, if you watch where they're moving. Can you see where they're moving? I'll zoom in, maybe you can see the movement better. See? They're moving. Yeah, they're all bunching up like they're queuing up. Like, you know, like some traffic. Alright, more standing wave patterns showing up. Right, here. Here now, so you see. Right, it's happened in certain little spots, right? Okay, I guess this is all computerized now, isn't it? You can't have people sitting there targeting. That won't work. Okay, so you know, they're all working together. The all the different kind of installations and arrays, they all work together. And I think it's all computerized, because I don't think these cunts, these high priests, these scientists, are gonna get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Yeah, forget it. It's arseholes. They've got computers all doing it. Yeah, look at, I mean, you'll be seeing the standing wave on there next. There, that wispy looking thing, and you can see a little bit standing wave, not as strong as on here. Okay, right. I've watched it. Well, you've seen it yourself. There was a bit of cloud there with standing wave. Then there was that one, but it's over there. It's blocked now. Right, you got this little bit there. Right, look, it's going along. Look. Right, from there's a standing wave, and it's slowly going that way. They're pushing the clouds into position to block the rising sun. And you've seen at the dusk and at night, it's been mostly clear. Okay, well they're gonna ruin another summer's day with their fruits, their fruits of the day. are going to ruin another summer's day. Clear standing wave patterns appearing. Very sophisticated. I think they only need to spray once they've run out of particulate in the air, and they've got nothing to bind onto. And they're honestly, at the end of the day, then they're using frequencies again, right, to bank all the cloud cover over the sea, because I think it must not dissipate as fast over sea as it does over land. You can see it like that. I mean, look that way. It's right. It's clear. Right. At night, it was mostly clear, and that's what we've got to look forward to. Yeah. That's sarcasm, by the way. Right. That's what we've got looking forward to in the day. Right. It's all going to look like this. Okay. There's still no chemtrail planes showing up locally. I'm going to wait until another 35 minutes before I get bored. Right. Alright, I had breakfast. It's 7:20 now. It looks like I've missed some chemtrail activity. You know, there's some obvious lines which are now fanning out that took place, and one there and a feathery one there. There's loads of air traffic. There's tons of planes. There's planes going east. I spotted walking up here free going southeast. So yeah, oh, whew. Feel the heat of the sun. Nice, very, very nice. That's nice. That's you know, if they didn't mess it up, it would be lovely. A lovely. You've got to have a summer to dry things up, because if you don't dry things up, you're going to have plague. Right? You're going to have all nasty diseases. These idiots, they're trying to make it damp and cold all year round, will die. If they turn summer into a damp, grey, you know, humid, moisture-filled piece of shit like they did last year, yeah, there's just going to be disease everywhere. Right? It could easily turn into some sort of plague. Okay? Easily. If they keep fucking us around with this shite. Yeah, so anyway, I think they've sprayed enough material, you know, yesterday, you know, dusk, all through the night and early morning, and it seems they've stopped for now anyway. What's that one there? Is that... Oh, this is the last one before I go. So no, there's loads of planes, loads going south. I don't know what's going on. It might be the new invisible chemtrail. Terry Lawton on Global Watch channel mentioned it. There's a patent for invisible chemtrail, so that might be what it is. You know, they get their technology levels, their sophistication of, you know, the game they're playing. It's just going to go beyond us at some point, where we won't be able to point out anything to the sheeple at some stage. You know. This is what I fear. It'll be just it'll be so sophisticated, so invisible, you know, the manipulation that they're doing, that we won't be able to see it. You know, this is, you know, as I say, this is our last chance. You know, this is our last chance. If people don't do anything, it's going to continue, right? It's not just geoengineering; it's human engineering, it's genetic engineering. Right, so mate, how do you know they will be able to control not just what you think, what you see too? I think it's already happening. Right, so you just simply won't be able to see what's taking place. You'll only see what your controlled mind will allow you to see. Right, so yeah, I'm just going to end it there. I didn't know massive chemtrail fleet in the local area. No 20 planes. Today, but as I said, I think they were out there in full force Monday and Tuesday. I just picked the wrong day to come out. But yeah, you know, did catch some chemtrailing just right at the dawn. All right, that's enough now. There's nothing else to report. Bye. All right, it's the end of the day now. It's 5:45, and this is the first opportunity I've had to do a video. Look at this shit. Look at this whiteout. It's a disgrace. These murderers and these liars, they have no shame. They, you know, it's so blatant, and they just keep lying to your face. Where have all those big, fat, dark grey clouds gone, huh? Well, that's right, because they were chem clouds all along. We saw them forming, didn't we? Early in the morning. Yeah? And they just melt away. And then they chemtrail. There's a line there, but fuckers done it before I got here. It all melts up and breaks up, and that's what you're left with. A sky full of particulate, reflective particulate, reflecting the sun away. Yeah? And all this shit comes down on us, and I've been feeling sick. I felt like I could drop dead today. You're murderers. There's obviously people who are dropping dead because of this. Obviously the pilots and cabin crew, when there's a leak, aerotoxic syndrome, yeah? There's people on the ground just dropping. Yeah? And then I guess it's just swept under the rug. All the deaths which must be happening. Must be. There has to be people dropping dead. There's suddenly their body can't cope with the toxins anymore, and they drop dead. That's what happens. And they'll say respiratory problems. It's more like the powers that be and all their devil minions. Yeah? Poisoning us. Problem. That's the problem. Sick. What a mess. And look, and again the same thing. Yeah, look. That's where the sunset there. It's all just clear that way at the end of the day. So it's going to clear for night time again. You evil scum. You really need to have what's coming to you, all of you. You need to be punished. You fucking evil pieces of shit. Look at how smug you all look. Telling people, there's one spraying right now, look. Telling people it's not even happening. There was one in the act. Disgusting. Satanic, sick, insane. That's what you are. Look at that bastard. Come on. We need to do something. We need to stop them. These people are insane. They need to be locked up, and the key needs to be thrown away. Just another day ruined. I feel sick now. I got phlegm. A phlegm build up. I feel like I'm developing asthma. I don't have asthma. I'm developing it all of a sudden. I had the tightness in my chest. Difficulty breathing. Fuck you, you fucking devils. Look at that bastard. He just keeps going, not caring the world. Yeah, he gets paid an extra 20,000 a year probably to keep his mouth shut. That's all. Fucking assholes are fucking speeding all the time. Motorcyclists. I mean, what the fuck are they doing? What's up with motorcyclists, right? In summer, right? They're going around in full leathers. What's wrong with that picture? Aren't they hot? Yeah? I swear this weekend there were motorcyclists racing in like some kind of protest. I've got something against motorcyclists, right? I think there's a certain kind of person that appeals to this kind of thing, and it seemed to me like they were protesting that the Saturday and Sunday they hadn't sprayed. Yeah, and they were street racing here all weekend, and the police was giving them the chase. You know, they're being chased around. It's like it's a protest. People don't know what's going on. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Met Office, you scum. Look at all your smug weathercasters. Fucking lying. Yeah? They're calling this fresher. You're calling this fresher weather. It's gonna be a bit fresher today. Yes, poisonous fucking chemicals are fresher. You sick bastards. Sick. Yeah, there's just been another one gone that way. South west. Yeah, it's already gone though. I think I might just stand here for a while, just wait for more to turn up. You know, contributing there. Oh my god, what is that? That looks like a fire on top of everything else. Yeah. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if even these fires going around in summer aren't lit by the same people again. That's just more shit to go up in the sky, isn't it? That's just more ways to poison and cool down and ruin our summer. Yeah, that's what they do to summer. They're sick. Yeah, even ground-based fires are fucking. Yeah, that's the fucking spray there. That's the one that went all the way across. Alright, I'm just going to stay here and wait for the next few, I think. Right, hi, it's 7 PM. It's the end of the, well, it's well past the end of the day now. It's coming up to dusk. It's still, that's the freshest chemtrail left there. So, I've actually redone the video a few times because I was waffling too much. And that was done about 20 minutes ago. I saw it done in the act anyway. So it's just, I'm going to do the video now, right? Okay, so it's another day ruined by the liars and the murderers, poisoning us with these chemtrails. Yeah, and I want to quickly talk about a movie called Zardos. Right, Sean Connery stars in it. Right, yeah, it's quite old now. I can't remember when it's made. Anyway, the premise of the movie is right. Earth, there's a wood pigeon met his end there. Right. The premise of the movie is the world had ended, but there was a group of, you know, the elite people, the brightest, so-called brightest people, right? And before the civilization collapsed, they created a tabernacle, which was their supercomputer, yeah, which would keep them alive forever and resurrect them even if they died, right? And that was basically Satan, right? I think these people who are doing this to us, they're all beholden to Satan in the same way, okay? That's the point I'm going to make, all right? And in the movie, right, these people were living forever, right? They had a problem with, like, well, at least half of them or more, where they'd been living so long, they didn't want to do anything. They were just staring into space like they had some kind of Alzheimer's or dementia or something, right? You know, they wanted to die, right? So one of these people who were beholden to the tabernacle went to the chamber and spoke with the tabernacle and told them of the problem, how they didn't have enough food to feed all their people, and that they needed to go on the outside of the enclosure, which had a force field, to what's left, you know, the post-apocalyptic world of, you know, the fallen civilization. They said they needed to go outside and they needed to get some savages to enslave other savages to then force them to grow grain, right? And okay, and the tabernacle agreed and let this man go out, because the tabernacle, right, became their boss, basically, became their god. It would punish them as well. And so anyway, what happened is him and the, I think there's a lady in the program, was a scientist. They had created a genetic strain for like a superhuman, okay, which would have the potential to destroy their tabernacle, which was some kind of psychic crystal creation. So anyway, yeah, he went out in a floating stone head called Zardos. That's the movie's called Zardos, right? And he went out in this floating head. Okay, and well, originally I think they went outside, impregnated women, and women on the outside, the savages who, you know, I don't know, apparently they were retarded or something. They couldn't even bring civilization back. They eventually gave birth to these supermen because they had been impregnated somehow. It didn't show that part, with this genetic material to create supermen. All right. So anyway, these supermen, they had contact with them as they grew up, right, to grow their food, because it was all, you know, it was projected that they would have this problem in the future. So eventually the stone head would go, and the stone head would fly and land on the ground and speak to them and say, "I am Zardos, offer me grain," you know. And these supermen, who were the enforcers, the thugs, fucking traffic, they were forcing the other savages to grow grain, right? And they were offering it up to Zardos, to the stone head. That was their god, right? And that went on for a little bit, right? And then there's part of the movie where this chap who, the one who talked to the tabernacle to, you know, allow this plan, he went out there, and he sort of waved to these enforcers, these thugs, these supermen, from a window, all right? And they went to chase him to kill him, because they were killers. And he had left a book, right? And there's a library in that bit. I think they made a library full of books so they could learn to read. And he left the Wizard of Oz book, you know, on the floor. And then he made his escape. So those men, they came into the library and they found the book, right? And they learned to read. And because they were Superman, they learned, you know, in a few days, right? In a few days they could read and write English, right? And then you know, Sean Connery's character looked at the Wizard of Oz book and saw that Zardoz was the middle of the Wizard of Oz title, right? And then he realized, wow, he's just been shown that god it's a sham, because, you know, what the story of the Wizard of Oz, I don't have to tell you what that is, you know. Okay. So anyway, Sean Connery's character stows away on the stone head, murders the man controlling the stone head, you know, whose plan it was to do all this, and all right, and basically the stonehead goes back with all the grain, lands in the enclosure of the tabernacle, you know, all those people beholden to the tabernacle, and then at first they think he's a savage, and yeah, but the man he murdered, he pushed him off the flying stonehead, he fell to his death. He was resurrected a few days later or something by the tabernacle, right? And then him, and I think there's some woman, a scientist, right? I think she ran some tests on him and realised he wasn't a savage. He was actually had the potential. He was more advanced than they were. He had the potential to destroy the tabernacle. So they allowed him to somehow. They trained him. Oh god, there's another one spraying. They just keep going, like the Energizer bunny. I'll keep talking about this anyway. So anyway. They prepared him to defeat the tabernacle, right? In some kind of psychic battle, he went into the tabernacle chamber and defeated the tabernacle crystal. It was like some crystal construct, and it shattered. And the force fields came down to, you know, after the tabernacle was destroyed. That was Satan, basically. And, you know, Sean Connery's, the rest of his, you know, band of you know, genetic supermen were waiting on the outside of the force field, and they all came rushing in on horseback with spears and swords. And the people who had been, you know, beholden to the tabernacle, when they saw what was happening, they all sort of were jumping in front of the spears and proclaiming and shouting, "Kill me, kill me!" And they, you know, because they all wanted to die, because you know. And I think the people who are responsible for all this terrorism, this goading, right? I think it's the same situation. I think they're beholden to Satan, right? But unfortunately, I don't think, you know, the movie had a happy ending where, you know, Satan was destroyed, the tabernacle, and all those people he had been torturing for thousands of years, you know, they had their final death. Okay, I think that movie is pre-programming, and I think it's a trap, because look, Satan isn't a tabernacle anywhere, is he? He's part of the unseen world. Look at that bastard spraying. Okay, so we can't, like in the movie, destroy Satan. Okay, only God can do that at the end of time. you know, all we can do is to win out over these devils who have been perpetrating these acts of violence and, you know, murderous poison. You know, they're murderers. They're poisoners. You know, a slow poisoning to death is still murder, right? All we can do to beat them is become them. Yeah, and they're not just going to say, "Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. We'll stop spraying you now, and because it's killing you. Yeah, we were wrong all along." No, that's not going to happen. You're literally going to have to kill these people, and I think that's the trick. They are goading people to take action, right? You know, violent action, okay? And to commit murder, right? Because that's the only way we're going to beat them. And is that worth it? Okay, is it worth? And you know, to beat them, it's not. They're not just going to let you just come and murder them, right? The whole world will be plunged into war because these people, they're widespread throughout the world. They're everywhere. You know, they're all Satanists. They're beholden to Satan. They're everywhere. They're at the top of every society, every town, every local community will be one of them sitting there, yeah, in the high position. Okay, all right, and to beat them will take everyone, and I don't see that happening, to be honest. But say it did, and everyone got together to beat these people, right? They would use the worst sort of weapons of war available, yeah, to kill us, and it will actually destroy the whole world in the process. That's what type of war it would be. It would be the end of you know, Earth, right? So even if we did win, right, and we did beat these murderers and liars, we would lose because the Earth would be destroyed and we would become murderers in the process. Okay? So, you know, I don't know how we're supposed to win against murderers and liars who they're holding onto this world with an iron fist. You know, Satan is holding onto this world with an iron fist. We can't win, okay? So it's not going to have a happy ending like the Zardos movie. No, it's not. So what can we do? I think the only thing we can do, I said before, and you know everyone's heard this before, is fucking hell. It's a fucking hairdryer. It's powering that piece of shit moped with a hairdryer. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the only thing we can do is accept Jesus, because you know our spiritual father God, right? When we were spiritual beings, well, we weren't, but you know when Adam and Eve were, they were spiritual beings, right? The devil tricked them, and you know it says that Satan and all those fallen angels were dragons, right? Oh God, another one spraying another. It's relentless. You just keep doing it. They said when Adam fell, they made him in their image. So Adam must have been a dragon when he fell to earth. And a giant. Yeah? He was a giant spiritual being, and then he became they turned him into a dragon when he in his fallen state on earth. That's obvious. That's what it actually says. Okay? And then the dragons died on earth. And it's, you know, they say wormwood. If it's already happened, wormwood's already happened. The worms that came out of the dead dragons, the dead giants. Well, I think first it was giants that came out of dragons, from silicon to carbon, and then out of the giants came, you know, worms again, and that's us. It's modern humans, right? We're the worms. Okay, we're just worms, right? Yeah, and the only way we can get out of here is through the grace of God, right? All we have to do is believe, you know, that He came here on earth as a man, Jesus, okay, at some point, and he, you know, that he says the god of this world is Satan. Yes, it's admitted in the Bible, okay, and he says he'll save us and we'll never go hungry. Yeah, we'll never go have any wants if all we have to do is accept, you know, what He did for us. He came here and died for us. Okay, so I think the only way to win is to just don't have a heavy heart. Don't become a murderer like they are, and a liar. Don't become like the devil. I mean, yeah, we will die here anyway. Look, it's kind of silly fighting anyway, all right? Because our life here is temporary, okay? And then, you know, at the end of our life here, all right, we'll have an out. That's what Jesus offered to us, salvation. We'll have an out to get out of here, okay? If you don't fall for Satan's tricks, and this is a trap. This is goading us into a trap where we will commit an unforgivable sin, right? By fighting against these bastards, these murderers. Yeah, that's clearly they're goading us, all right? And it's not going to have a happy ending like in Zardos. We're not going to defeat Satan. Only God is the one who's going to come at the end of time here and defeat Satan for all time. Whenever that is, nobody knows. All right? Okay? Yeah, no happy ending, so we can't beat these people. Yeah, I'm going to end the video there. That's about it. That's what I wanted to talk about. I think the movie is pre-programming, and it's trying to... I think it's their wet dream. It's Satan's wet dream, right? To create an enemy using his people, representing as his people, and basically... It's like a form of temptation, isn't it? To tempt God's people, or people who would be going to God otherwise if they didn't fall for this, right? To act out in such a negative and evil way, right? To fight against these murderers, and then they're damned too, and they'll just become part of the damned and then damned to hell forever, like they are. Like the people who are spraying on us, they're damned to hell already forever. They can't leave this place. That's it for them. They're just a puppet of Satan. And that's what they want for us. It's a goading, it's a trick, it's a trap. Okay, so don't fall for it. Okay, I mean, all we can do is call them what they are. They are liars and murderers, right? But we can't do anything. We can't become them. Okay, right? Because as soon as we start talking about that, there's going to be a war started, right? Okay, or they might just simply come and lock you up and say you're a terrorist. I mean, look at the irony of that. They're the terrorists, they're the murderers, yeah? But you say anything, you go too far with what you say and espouse violence, yeah? They will call you the terrorist. And they'll call you the conspiracy theorist. Fucking hairdryer. Another one. All right, I'm going, I had it. Okay, 9:10. Okay, and there's a chemtrail that's been sprayed. Here's another one being sprayed. So they've switched up tactics, you see. Instead of having the chemtrail fleet having you know, two dozen in the sky in the day, blatantly there for us to record, they're being sneaky about it now. Look. Come on, focus. Bloody phone's shit. The camera's on. Whatever. Yeah, they're getting sneaky about it now. Okay, because at this time of the evening, people are tired. I'm tired, you know. In fact, I've dropped all my hobbies. Right? I've dropped things I could be doing, you know. Instead, I'm doing this. It's just consumed my life now. What a fucking waste of time it is as well. Why do I bother fucking doing this? No one fucking cares. I suppose they enjoy being poisoned. Yeah. Right. And you know, our winters are fake as well, right? Obviously it's changed. Our winter was supposed to be mild. In fact, it was wild. The winter was mild until they sprayed so heavily, and they brought in the beast from the east. That's what they named it. How disgusting! Yeah, to give it a name, their little creation. Yeah, a little creation of death. And in the QA hospital, that direction there, so that way through, it's over there somewhere, right? When was it? It was, I think, at the end of December, right, when they started spraying, okay, heavily, yeah, to bring in the beast from the east in. They sprayed so heavily, so disgraceful, right, that there was queues of ambulances outside the QA hospital. December 2007, like at the end of the month sometime, not sure the exact date, you can Google it, right? And there were queues of ambulances full of, the ambulances were full of patients waiting to be seen because they had respiratory issues, right? That's from all the spraying, right? And that's, that was the only time that it was mentioned, okay? and it was you know, it was falsely called a winter bug, right? They didn't call it what it is. Which, there's another one going, another spray right there. You know, it's relentless. Just all through the night. I keep a cover of chemtrail, yeah, and right at the door on it, it's all ready just to block the sun. How much more proof do you need? Look at the skies, they're filthy. None of this is natural, it's all chemtrail. No natural clouds. Yeah, people will be getting early onset dementia and Alzheimer's from all this. Yeah, it's just all the carry on, just people carrying on. You know, it's not happening, you know, just, yeah, they'll listen to the men in white coats, the experts, and they'll just say it's a contrail. Yeah. Because after all, if you say otherwise, you're stupid, aren't you? If you speak up, you're uneducated, they'll shame you. Yeah, that's all they've got, gaslighting, shaming and bullying. That's their arsenal. Yeah, so then your mind, after being beaten down like that, you won't even see what's in front of you, which is this. And as obvious as it is. Yeah. Okay. And I'll end there, and that's the last video of today. You know, this is ridiculous now. Yeah. Kicking a stone, yeah. It's about as useful as what I'm doing, and what all the rest of us are doing. People with many more subs than me. Thousands of subs. Tens of thousands of subs. What's it all coming to? Nothing. Pointless. It's just about as much use as kicking this stone. Yeah, because it's not getting into all the you know, the mass sheeple population's thick skulls. Waste of time, waste of space. No wonder you're being culled. Yeah, and us a lot with the rest of you, because you're the prison bars, huh? The masses, you're the prison bars, yeah. And you know, the sheep have become their own shepherds, right? You call the rest of us trying to tell you the truth, right? What's happening? You call us mad. So you're the prison bars. You're the prison that I'm in. Other people, sheep. It's you. You're responsible for this as well. You're just the same as the arseholes actually perpetrating this. Idiots.